So ultimately, Amber gets to these two comments. And I had asked about, well, do you believe the people in the church are your brothers and sisters in the Lord? Amber responds, she says, the church is in darkness. Yahweh has called us out of the darkness and into the light. And she says truth as in like into the light, meaning into the truth. She goes on and she says, let me find, they, that is those in the church, she says, a person who rejects the laws are not true brethren. And ultimately, let's go back to what Josh said in the chat room. He said, I think that all of us in one form or another are blatantly disobedient. We're not better than the other. I totally agree with that. Anyway, back to Amber. She says,
Paul says, all have sinned and we fall short of the glory of God.
So
we're all dependent on the grace of Messiah. We abide with apart from Yeshua's grace, we can do no good. Doesn't matter if you keep what you think is a perfect Sabbath. It doesn't impress God.
I'm just wondering we all came from somewhere. The majority of people in the Torah movement today, no matter what flavor of Torah movement you're in, the majority came from a Sunday church. They heard something, they saw something, somebody talked to them, somebody said something to them, and they started looking at the scriptures and the Lord had it click. But it wasn't just like one day all of a sudden, people woke up and said, hey, you know what? Let's just scrap all this and we're gonna start going on Saturday to church. I mean, something was said, something was revealed to them. Somebody was instrumental in that.
Right, agreed. And you know what, Yeshua? Why does Yeshua warn us? Remove the log out of your own eye before you help someone else with the speck in their eye. Why does he say that? Because we have to. He teaches us time and time again to be suspicious of our own zeal.
Yeah.
I'm speaking from my own shame.
Oh yeah, me too.
I was as
Torah terrorist right here.
Yeah. So I'm not
for sure.
I'm not asking anybody to walk a path that I'm not familiar with of my own.
So, to be honest with you, when I was having this conversation with Amber, I sat back several times and I thought, Lord, am I really doing what I should be doing? Are we really in a place where that you've led us to, or has it been something else? But this is where the rubber meets the road here. She says, they may not know the truth, however. A lot do and still refuse to believe. Hard to swallow, but it's scriptural. Yes, the church does teach that the law is done away with. If you are saying that they are teaching that the law is good, then why aren't they keeping it? Now, my response to this is application. At least the church that we go to, they're Sabbatarians. They just believe that the church has been shifted to Sunday. They believe in a lot of, I think people would be kind of shocked at the amount, but that's neither here nor there. It's an application. The application has changed. And what I said in response to this specific comment was, so our salvation is based on us and on works. And this is where Amber's husband, Anthony, comes in. He says, this is Anthony. I would like to respond to your question by stating that, yes, works are a part of salvation. The context of Ephesians 2:8-9 is about her past, not the future. Okay. I think it's interesting that Ephesians 2:8-9 is brought up, not by me, but by Anthony. But ultimately, my response to this was, okay, because I think that there is some category issues that we do have to talk about. I tend to agree that we are, that works are something that must be evident in the life of a believer. However, I would say that justification is by faith alone. Now, people are going to take me to the James passage, right, where it says, therefore we know that works, what is it? Hang on just a sec, I'll find it. You see that a person is justified by works and not by faith alone. This needs to be taken not only in the context of the James passage and his discussion of Abraham, but also in the context of the rest of the scripture. Now, I agree that our works do pour out of faith, right? Once we are justified, Our faith is must be come. In other words, when we say yes, I believe, and I'll give an example of this. When we say yes, I believe, and what does it mean to believe? To have faith. It doesn't simply mean I believe something is the truth. It means following it, right? So in this, I agree with Anthony. And an example of this would be, and I brought this up to Brandon, who's in the chat room right now, but an example of this would be Judas. Judas follows Christ during his ministry. He seems to believe that, that Jesus has something going for him. He's seeing miracles and all sorts of stuff. But the point is that his faith is not full in that it doesn't bring about the change to follow him unto death, to follow him.
He doesn't love Yeshua. When the rubber meets the road, he chooses the world over Yeshua.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Tell us your thoughts on this subject by leaving a comment in the comment section. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and enable those notifications. And we'll see you in the next video.